Hello, my name is Julie Johns and I'm here today to introduce to you Safe Space. Safe Space is accredited training provision on awareness presentations to businesses, educational establishments, statutory and voluntary organisations on the impact of domestic abuse and stalking in the workplace. I also work in partnership with Dorset Rape Crisis Support Centre, and together we deliver employer awareness training on sexual harassment. In the UK, in the last year alone, nearly 2 million people had experienced domestic abuse. Domestic abuse and stalking will have cost businesses in the last year more than £2.3 billion. These are issues that are very close to my heart and subjects that I'm very passionate about raising awareness of, mainly because for the best part of the last 20 years, I have supported individuals and families, children and young people who have been impacted by domestic abuse and stalking. And I have witnessed firsthand and had to support individuals through making really difficult, life-changing decisions for themselves. The prevalence of this and how it impacts in the workplace. As an example, if you're an employer and you employ up to 25 people, then 10 of those could be impacted by domestic abuse. If you employ up to 100 people, then 40 of those could be impacted to a greater or lesser degree by these issues. When you hear about statistics in that way, then you start to understand the prevalence and the cost. So what exactly is domestic abuse? Well, it's incidents or a pattern of behaviour that can include physical, emotional, psychological, sexual, financial or economic abuse, as well as coercive control. For those who have found the courage to end an abusive relationship, often the risks can be increased, and these risks are often those risks of stalking, and which will follow a person into the workplace, and any threats that are carried out towards an ex-partner because they've ended the relationship. Every 1 in 2 threats can be acted upon, and quite often they're targeted in the workplace because that is the only place that an ex-partner can access them. So as an employer, what can you do to support an employee who might have to go through this traumatic process, understanding the issues that affect somebody who is involved in a domestic abusive relationship and what they have to go through and the stigma around it as well. And it's being able to reduce that stigma, remove the barriers, understand what's going on and realise that as an employer there is a lot that you can do to support. For a start, what is the environment within your workplace? Is it one that would support the reporting of an employee suffering from domestic abuse? Could an employee confidently come to a member of staff within your workplace and say, look, I'm struggling with this issue and I need to talk to you about it, and I would like some support for this. So what is the culture within your workplace? Employers have a duty of care to keep their employees safe at work, and that includes preventing and tackling domestic abuse, stalking and sexual harassment. One of the ways that you can support your employees is by having awareness presentations to be able to find out more about the subject, to implement training within the workplace, to ensure that you have policies and procedures to support you in addressing and tackling these issues. So I'm clearly very passionate about my work, about my subject, and about supporting those who have suffered from domestic abuse and stalking, about introducing the subject and raising awareness of the issues to a new and wider audience, and using my long-term experience of supporting victims of domestic abuse to ensure that the workplace is a safer place. So if you want further information, please take a look around this website. Thank you.